The BBC has just, shown us the first Doctor Who Jodie Whittaker outfit, the 13th Doctor, and it's a bit weird. It's like she has these, aquamarine trousers that only come up to her ankles, with big flourishy boots, and, like suspenders, and a weird, Wesley Crusher-like Star Trek uniform shirt and an overcoat with, again, the same linings on the inside as the coloured bar across, and it's cool, it's okay, I'm fine with it. I've seen people say like, oh, it's rubbish, it doesn't look like anything, who dresses like this? Well, I have good news and bad news for you, and yes, we're going to go with this together for a bit, because I'm just going to keep rambling until you click stop. That's never a good idea, is it? I mean, let's just have a look at the Doctors. There's the first Doctor, if the screen will help me. I mean, here's the first Doctor. There's not a lot of colour photos of him, because it was back in the 60s, but he dresses like an old man, even for those days. That's fine. That's perfectly understandable. Then we have the second Doctor, who wears the first Doctor's clothes, despite the fact that Patrick Troughton was a little bit tinier than, William Hartnell, who was a former Marine and a buff dude, apparently. I don't know the particular history. So he got dubbed the Cosmic Hobo, like the space tramp. And this is already like step one, like the Doctor is dressing a bit funny. But it's still relatively okay for the time period. Then we get Doctor number 3. You could say he's like one of the most impeccably dressed ones, because he wears like these sharp velvet suits tailored to him with frills. But then you get like the frills was cool for the 70s, but is it cool now? Maybe not. But then have a look. He's even wearing capes at some point, or big cloaks. It's like, it's very stand out in the crowd. It's not what somebody would wear just about anywhere. Of course, leading us to a fan favourite, the 4th Doctor with the bloody scarf. I've even got the scarf. You can't use that thing for anywhere. And this man just walked around with that for about 8 years. And this is his regular outfit. Like the last 2 series he does, he's got this burgundy coat that comes down to his feet, and then a burgundy scarf with purple interwoven in between it. And it's weird. It brings us to Mr. I wear a vegetable as a decoration on my cricketer outfit, because that's what a regular Doctor looks like, isn't it? That's not even good to say about Joseph and his coat of many colours. It's an explosion of colours, and it's got a cap pin on it. That's weird. I really wish they'd given him a chance to, get into his blue suit at one point, because they have plans for the blue suit. My favourite Doctor, the 7th, he wears a jumper, a sweater with question marks on it all across. It's like it's not even trying to be subtle. Then you got a literal cowboy, because this is a Wild Bill Hickok costume. If that name doesn't mean anything to you, go watch Deadwood, I suppose. He dresses like a cowboy, and this is before he dresses up, like in the Night of the Doctor, which is basically this outfit, which looks like he's Van Helsing. He's Van Helsing in space. Basically, the only person that looks relatively normal for a normal human being is the 9th Doctor, and he was intended to be like a bare bones, down to earth kind of guy. Then, of course, everybody's favourite, the 10th Doctor, with a pinstripe suit, sneakers, and an overcoat, again, to his ankles. Yeah, because that's normal. I mean, it's a very fashionable outfit in a certain way, because it kind of invented the geek chic, apparently. But who wears that? And, of course, the 11th Doctor started off with a bloody tweed jacket. Tweed. Who wears tweed? My granduncle wore tweed, and he's dead. Before we went over to a frock coat. A frock coat, right. So, luckily we have the 12th Doctor, sleek, tidy, neat, of course. This was before he got into the worst hangover of all time, and he dressed up like he was unemployed and the BBC didn't have that much in his budget left. So he was like, you know what, I'll just rock up to the studio wearing my own clothes, Mr. Capaldi, you do you. Brings us back to Jodie Whittaker. In hindsight, it's still a bit odd. Like, there's a regular shirt instead of a sweater or a button-up blouse, but I'll take it. It's the bit between the ankles that bother me the most, but it's an outfit. If it really doesn't work, guess what the show will do? The show will change the outfit. Doctor Who isn't gonna go down because of an outfit a woman wore. Doctor Who will go down because of budget cuts at one point. I'll bet you. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it, and you better be as well, because there's so much more things going on with the series rather than just what does he look like. It's an alien. They barely know, you know, what's proper attire half the time anyway. Plus Matt Smith was running around naked apparently. You know, years after Stetsons and fizzes and 3D glasses and sneakers and whatever. You'd think that people would be used to things like this by now. I really don't have anything else to say about this. I'll put out another video this weekend about something actually a little bit more interesting rather than what does the Doctor wear. If you think I'm stupid because, you know, this is going to be the end of Doctor Who as we know it, there's like comment section down below. Like, subscribe, all that nonsense, don't do any of it. It's like a social stigma that people try to enforce upon you. Also, I don't have any way to end this. See you soon. This blue suit, this was supposed to be the Sixth Doctor's outfit at one point. They planned for it at least. And in the expander here now has, he actually wore it a couple of times. I like it, it's a lot more muted. I like that word, mute.